Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaste, Namaskar, good evening, Sat Sri Akal, and welcome to the most enlightening show on radio, Postmortem with Bala Nagendran. Enlightenment begins only on radio, not a fright of life. Dear all, you're listening to Radio on a Flight of Life, the vehicle that transforms your life from stress to bliss. This is Thursday to 9 p.m., 60 minutes of enlightenment with Bala Nagendran live from Chennai. It's been an awesome, cool, pleasant weather here. I hope that things are fine at your end. As we have settled down to listen and dissect, to release an impartial analysis of an important issue. Today we are going to go global. We are going to talk about a global issue, and that comprises India at present with a higher stake. Previously we have been dissecting Indian political systems. Most of them enveloped the constitution and legal provisions and some sort of international affairs correlating with such legal provisions. But today we are going to do an important global issue. The issue that is considered to be most lethal element than anything in the world, where India want to abolish. Even many of the international countries want India to abstain from acquiring such capabilities. India has promised that it's not going to improve such capabilities, but at the same time it has border tension with its neighbors that forces India to step up in boosting its defense and strategic affairs. Owing to such strategic and defense-related affairs, India has to abide by the norms of such known lethal elements. Because that lethal element acts in another way as an antidote to curtail war, according to some critics. Hope many of you might have guessed what I am talking about. We are going to talk about an important regime that demands India to abstain from acquiring the capability that could be of globally threatening one. And India also looking forward to disimprove such capabilities by means of entering to that regime as a member. Even last week, when the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, paid his visits to several nations like Switzerland and United States, he has garnered the support of them upon India entering into the regime. We are going to dissect what is that regime is all about, what India has to do with it, what would happen if India is not the member, and what would happen if India is the member, why China is vehemently opposing it, what Pakistan has to say, and what the others have to say with regard to Pakistan's application into that membership. That's an ironical statement, so to speak. As we have stepped into the thunderous Thursday to 9 p.m. 60 minutes of enlightenment with Bala Nagendran only on Radio Udaan through Postmortem Enlightenment begins here, where we are going to dissect a global issue. You have to give your feedback for the better progress of your Radio Udaan. For that, you have to stay tuned to www.radioudaan.com. Sorry, you have to stay with www.radioudaan.com, 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 where you can go and find the link, submit feedback, and select the show Postmortem with Bala Nagendran and rate the show according to your choice. If you are listening to Postmortem right now and your feedback is of paramount significance, so after 9 o'clock tonight, go to radioudaan.com and find the link, submit feedback, and select the show Postmortem with Bala Nagendran and rate the show. There will be choices. There will be 5 choices in front of you. Excellent, very good, good, okay, poor. The choice that we'll make will help us to open the door of success. So go to radioudaan.com and submit your feedback. Whatever you feel about the quality of presentation, quality of content, quality of information shared, according to your wish, you can cast your feedback. You can also download the playlist on RadioUdaan.com to listen Radio Udaan and enjoy Radio Udaan 24/7. You can also become an RJ, notably an important provision for all of you. Radio Udaan always possess enveloping souls. It has made many listeners as the famous RJs. So if you want to be one among them, just go to www.radioudaan.com and fill up the form interested to become an RJ. If everything works well and we will approach you, then your voice will be heard across the globe by more than 100 countries and will be enveloped the eardrums of more than 20,000 listeners per month. While we are talking about Radio Udaan, you can also participate in Radio Udaan's social campaign, Radio Udaan's effort to create awareness about government progress in the disabled and to create a voice, a lane to the voiceless, and to act as a conscience of the society in front of the government. So go to RadioUdaan.com and fill up Radio Udaan's monthly survey. The survey is on 2 years progress of NDA regime in the disability sector. 10 easy questions. Your personal details will be kept confidential. 10 easy questions. You can fill in your response. Your response will be transferred or delivered or presented in front of the government as a data. How many of them, what said, who said what? How many of them said what? And it's going to be a wonderful change. A small effort would create a tremendous impact in the society. Such small effort of Radio Udaan needs your support and vehement participation. So go to RadioUdaan.com and fill up our monthly survey where we are talking about us and the government progress of 2 years. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/Radio Udaan will take you to our official page and group where you can put your ideas, thoughts and suggestions for the better progress of Radio Udaan. You can also follow us on Twitter. If you are a Tweeple, you can follow our day-to-day operation at Radio Udaan at RADIOUDAAN at RADIOUDAAN. Besides all, an important provision for all of you is interacting with the RJ at the time of the show. For instance, if you are listening to Post-Mortem and if you want to interact with me, I am on Skype now. Skype ID is Radio Udaan, RADIOUDAAN. If you haven't added us in your Skype, just add us in your Skype and Skype me whatever you feel about the show. If you want some of the contents to be added in the show, I would be glad to read your name and the content that you are going to send pertaining to the subject matter of the show on air. So today we are discussing about an important globally threatening element, so-called the globally lethal element, which has even caused the World War II come to an end with utmost unconditional surrender of many nations. In fact, that has created a globally initiated fear. The country that has deployed such lethal element itself came forward and now canvassing for the non-proliferation and prohibition of such lethal elements. India has to be a part of it if it has to become the permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. But still, India looking forward to become a member of the regimes. We are going to see one of the regimes tonight as India poised to become a member. But if India becomes a member, it would touch the raw nerve with Pakistan and China. With the track record, the mature track record of this element, India is capable and eligible, most of all, deserved to be the member of the regime. What that regime is all about, we'll tell you in the next thing only on Radio Udaan. You are listening to Postmortem with Balanagin, and enlightenment begins here.
क्या सुमित, एक बात पूछूं?
हाँ पूछो।
तुम्हारे सारे फ्रेंड्स स्टिक यूज करते हैं, पर तुम क्यों नहीं करते?
यार मुझे स्टिक के साथ चलना बहुत अटपटा लगता है और लुक भी तो बिगड़ जाती है ना अपनी।
अच्छा, मुझे तो ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं लगता। तुम 1 मिनट यहीं रुको, मैं जरा अपनी इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करके आती हूँ और कहीं जाना मत यहाँ से।
ठीक है। हेलो श्रेया।
हाँ सुमित।
यार कितना समय हो गया, कहाँ हो तुम?
माय गॉड, आई एम सो सॉरी सुमित। मुझे मेरी एक फ्रेंड मिल गई और मैं उसके साथ निकल गई। मैं भूल ही गई थी कि तुम मेरे साथ थे।
काश कि आपने सही समय पर केन का इस्तेमाल सीख लिया होता तो आज हालात ऐसे न होते। इसीलिए दोस्तों कीजिए केन से दोस्ती, क्योंकि नो केन नो गेन।
ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वजा।
भक्तजनों, इस मोह माया से भरे संसार में ना जाने कितनी ही दिक्कतें एवं परेशानियों ने सबको फुलटू फंसा रखा है और दुनियादारी में टोटली उलझा रखा है। परंतु चिंता का कोई विषय नहीं है प्रिय भक्तों, क्योंकि इन दिक्कतों से कुछ ना होता। देवी डिम्पल लेकर आ रही हैं इन सारी समस्याओं का समाधान। तो अब से एवरी फ्राइडे 8 to 9 PM सोशल कीड़े सर चढ़ के बोलेंगे इन ऑल इज वेल विद RJ डिम्पल ऑन योर फेवरेट रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
लो आ गई नई आजादी।
मगर बताओ तो सही, कौन सी है ये नई आजादी?
ये आजादी है हमें और भी करीब से सुनने की।
वो कैसे?
वो ऐसे कि अब आप हमें सुन सकते हो हमारे ऑफिशियली एंड्रॉइड ऐप के माध्यम से, जो कि अवेलेबल है गूगल प्ले स्टोर पर।
तो आज ही डाउनलोड करें रेडियो उड़ान का ऑफिशियल ऐप और आनंद लें एक नई आजादी का। रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
विकलांगों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप समाज में बाधा रहित निर्माण ही है विकलांगजनों के लिए सहज जीवन का एहसास।
सहज सुगम विकलांग का जीवन, समय की है आवाज यही, सुगम में भारत अभियान सफल हो, सरकार का है प्रयास यही।
सार्वजनिक भवनों, सरकारी कार्यालयों, स्कूल, अस्पताल, पुलिस स्टेशन आदि के साथ साथ विभिन्न परिवहन व्यवस्थाओं जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन, बस स्टॉप, एयरपोर्ट आदि को विकलांग जनों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप सुगम बनाया जा रहा है,
ताकि दृष्टि बाधित, श्रवण बाधित तथा अन्य विकलांग जन बाधा रहित जीवन के सुखद एहसास से गुजर सके।
अधिक जानकारी www.disabilityaffairs.gov.in से हासिल करें।
सुगम्य भारत, सशक्त भारत,
विकलांग जन सशक्तिकरण विभाग, भारत सरकार।
न फिक्र करो बीते लम्हों की कि कल का सूरज निकलना बाकी है। मिल जाएंगी मंजिलें आपको हमेशा कि आपके हौसलों की उड़ान बाकी है। सुनते रहिए रेडियो उड़ान, द फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
India and NSG. NSG stands for Nuclear Suppliers Group. India is poised to become the member of Nuclear Suppliers Group, NSG, one of the export control regimes of the world. What is an export control regime? Before entering to knowing about NSG and its characteristics and dissecting and blowing NSG into pieces, to know what India's stand is going to be, we must know what is export control regime. Export control regime, ECR, has been established as a global bloc or a multinational blocks to curtail the proliferation and the usage of chemical, biological, missile and nuclear weapon. The name Missile Technology Control Regime itself proves the purpose of the establishment of such blocks. Missile Technology Control Regime curtails the sharing the technological data and the information pertaining to the establishment of missiles. And also, it prohibits the countries to share the data or technological transfer of missile development of the missile ranging more than 300 kilometers. That's why India and Russia's binational contribution, BrahMos, the supersonic cruise missile, the only supersonic missile of the planet, has the ranging capability only up to 290 kilometers. Because Russia is the member of Missile Technology Control Regime. And another one, that is Australian group. Another one, that is Wassenaar Arrangement. We will see one by one as per the time needs. The last one, and the one that we are going to do a post-mortem tonight, is Nuclear Suppliers Group. Nuclear Suppliers Group is a multinational organization that acts as an organ for non-proliferation of nuclear elements, even if it is for the peaceful purposes. Those elements can be turned into making nuclear weapons. Hence, Nuclear Suppliers Group was established, and through which the nations are curtailing the other nation from purchasing or selling nuclear weapons. Why? What requires the globe to go into such export control regimes on missile, biological, chemical, and nuclear warheads? The major reason was 1. World War II and the atomization of Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the United States, and 2. The Cold War era, which has seen phenomenal growth of nuclear weapons. Yesterday USSR tested, today France tested, tomorrow US tested. That's how the Cold War era has gone. The countries have emerged with nuclear capabilities. Till 1955, the United States was the only nation to possess atom bomb. But now it's not the case. Totally 6 countries have hydrogen or atom bomb. Even recently, North Korea has proclaimed that it has conducted a low-level hydrogen bomb experiment, which triggered the international community to rush in and to propagate non-proliferation. Nuclear Suppliers Group, a 48-member multinational organization, plays a pivotal role in curtailing selling of nuclear elements that could be used from peaceful purpose to threatening purposes by building nuclear warhead. The Gulf War of Iraq, where the international sources have found that Iraq is about to use its nuclear material for its warhead purposes, begun to enter into strict treaties where even one country cannot transfer its technology or elements without the notification of the other members of NSG. So why India wanted to be its member? What India has to do with it? First, there are various features or needs that one country has to fulfill in order to enter into the United Nations Security Council. The major one is nuclear non-proliferation. Although India is not a signatory of Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT in simple terms. Why India is not a signatory, we'll tell you in the coming links. But let's know that all the permanent members of the United Nations Security Council are the signatories of NPT. And also they are the members of Nuclear Suppliers Group, Missile Technology Control Regime, Australian Group and Wassenaar Arrangement. They are the members of Export Control Regime. Believe me, even China is the member, although it possesses substantial nuclear warhead. And also it misuses the guidelines of MTCR in providing technological assistance to Pakistan in building its missile warhead. India has alleged that in Pakistan's missile, Babar has been built by selling illegal data from China by violating the rules of missile technology control regime. However, we have no substantial data to validate the argument. Hence, we just look forward to our neutrality. As postmortem believes in neutral stand and equal information, we are going to talk about what really want. And NSD is going to play a pivotal role in uplifting India's position from a nuclear state to a country with mature nuclear track record. For that matter, we need to look into NPT, why India is not the signatory of NPT. And we need to look into why India is targeted by the United States in terms of its diplomatic capital investment to canvass and to make India to become the member of NSG. Before that, we need to understand what Smiling Buddha has to do with the establishment of NSG. NSG in which India wants to become a member now. Do we know that India was the sole reason behind the establishment of NSG? It is yes. How? We'll tell you in the next link only on Radio Udaan of Light of Life. You're listening to Bala Nagendran on your most enlightening show, Post Mortem. Stay tuned.
कभी तड़प, कभी तन्हाई, कभी बेबसी, तो कभी इंतजार।
ये मर्द भी क्या खूब है ना, जिसे
मोहब्बत कहते हैं। तो मामला हो टूटे दिल का, या आपको आपके अपने ही कर रहे हो नजरअंदाज,
फिक्र नॉट,
क्योंकि
स्नेहा के पास है
इन सब
का इलाज।
अब से हर शनिवार रात 8 से 9 नजर आएंगे प्यार के कुछ नए रंग इन नजराना प्यार का। मेरा अजय स्नेहा ओनली ऑन रेडियो ऑफ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
भेजा किसी ने प्यार का।
नैब इंडिया यानी नेशनल एसोसिएशन फॉर द ब्लाइंड इंडिया की सबसे पुरानी संस्था है, जहां दृष्टिहीनों के लिए शिक्षा, रोजगार और पुनर्वसन की सेवा दी जाती है।
नैब इंडिया पर संपर्क करने के लिए हमें ईमेल करें hsg@nabindia.info पर। आप हमें कॉल भी कर सकते हैं। हमारा नंबर है 02266838637।
You are listening to Radio Udaan, a flight of life. For more information, log on to www.radioudaan.com. Happy listening.
Well, as we need to talk about Nuclear Suppliers Group, first we need to worship Smiling Buddha. Because Smiling Buddha was the reason for the establishment of Nuclear Suppliers Group, in which India wants to become a member right now. In the year 1974, the entire world turned its eyes towards India to show that what we are capable of, and show that Indian science and research can do anything. Many believed that Indian democracy is a fake joke that's not going to survive. To prove that Indian democracy is united in its purpose, 1974, the month of May, India tested its first nuclear weapon and entered into the global arena of nuclear states. The project named Smiling Buddha, the entire world began to shiver. The entire international community felt the heat as the world's largest democracy moved into nuclear capabilities. Especially the broken, bamboozled neighborhood Pakistan has gone to its limits to proclaim India's nuclear capabilities as violating peace in the region. Let's not forget of the belittling 1971 war, and where Pakistan has been transformed into two states, of one gone to Pakistan, another to Bangladesh. After 1974, the international community realized that even if the nuclear elements are sold for peaceful nuclear reactors, nuclear energy and nuclear purposes for the civilians, that could be transformed into nuclear weapon. Let's not forget that radioactive minerals, even uranium, after using, you can get plutonium, uranium, thorium. From all these, you can prepare nuclear weapon. That's why the countries are hesitant to sell uranium to the non-nuclear proliferation treaty signatories like India. Had not we been forgotten, the President of India, Pranab Mukherjee, has paid his visit to Namibia, which we have seen in our world this week, where the substantial dialogue was spared upon Namibia's sales of uranium to India, where we have talked about the Treaty of Pelindaba, which asks the members of the African Union to abstain from selling uranium and other nuclear elements, including the machineries and materials, to the non-signatories of Non-Proliferation Treaty. As India is not a signatory of Non-Proliferation Treaty, Namibia shows its hesitance. Well, when we talk about Nuclear Suppliers Group in the year 1975, after Smiling Buddha, the entire world united, and 7 countries have established Nuclear Suppliers Group. Remember, all these countries were cruising to build and develop their nuclear efforts till then. Many of the time, this has been kept under critical aspect, that the countries that are propagating and demanding for nuclear non-proliferation are the major proliferator of nuclear energy in the past. While they had the moral right to develop their energy, on what moral right they are curtailing the developing and the underdeveloped countries from using nuclear energy for peaceful purposes is the question of many countries like India, which bars India from signing Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, because Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, created in the year 1967 and enforced in the year 1968, says, or even we can say demands, that the countries that haven't produced nuclear weapons till 1967 should not, or they are barred from producing nuclear weapons, which proves that in the year 1964, China tested its first nuclear weapon. So China is not considered as a nuclear state, or China is not asked to destroy its nuclear weapon. Rather, after 1967, the treaty demands and treaty orders no countries to produce any more. That too, the countries that are non-producers like India at that time. That's why India hasn't signed. And in the year 1974, India tested its first nuclear weapon, which caused the creation of Nuclear Suppliers Group in the year 1975. And in the year 1979 and 81, substantial members have added. In the year 1990, the United Germany has entered into the frame, and in the year 1991 and afterwards, the nations or the republics that have separated apart at the collapse of USSR have also been given the status of observers and finally to the membership. Hence, as of now, the Nuclear Suppliers Group has 48 members. From Argentina to Austria to Australia, Belarus, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, China, Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, and so forth, till United States, United Kingdom, Russia. Every nation, all the 48 nations are nuclear capable nations. And this Nuclear Suppliers Group asks its members not to sell its technological details to any non-proliferation treaty signatories. I mean, any non-signatories of NPT. Thus, these countries are hesitant and prohibiting to sell uranium or any other elements or even the machines to India. In the year 2008, India and Nuclear Suppliers Group have signed an important civil nuclear deal where United States played the foundation role to compromise the NSG in selling uranium and other elements to India by subscribing to the campaign that India is holding its mature nuclear record. Although it has tested its second nuclear weapon in the year 1999, which has forced India to be sanctioned economically by the United States, although that hasn't heated into creating heat into India. India hasn't been affected a bit. And finally, the George W. Bush regime has withdrawn that sanction, and NSD has went on to campaign for India's non-proliferation. Although India is still vehemently opposing to sign nuclear non-proliferation treaty, and it has categorically clarified its stance, it still wants to penetrate into Nuclear Suppliers Group. In the year 2015, it has penetrated into missile technology control regime. Out of the 34 members, Italy has vetoed India's position. Hence, India's membership was too closer to be ratified. Italy has vetoed due to some difference of opinion in the marine issue of India and Italy. The important notion that we need to understand is all these export control regimes hold unanimity as the basic structure, unanimous acceptance as the basic doctrine. Hence, even one member's no vote would stop any induction or commission of countries into its membership. In that sense, Nuclear Suppliers Group has also witnessed 5 to 6 members opposing India's entry into NSG. Importantly, the most accepted democratic friend of India, South Africa, also opposes India's entry into NSG. What causes South Africa, New Zealand, Turkey, Austria and China to oppose India's entry into NSG? But before that, we need to know what the NSG says to its member nations and how far India has been inching closer to become the member. What are the benefits that India is going to reap, and what are the demerits of being the member of NSG?
यार ब्लाइंड होने का एक प्रॉब्लम है। मन करता है अच्छे अच्छे रेस्टोरेंट्स में जाऊं और नई नई डिश ट्राई करूं, पर मेन्यू ही नहीं पढ़ पाता।
हाँ, और वेटर से पूरा मेन्यू तो नहीं पढ़वा सकते और हर आइटम की प्राइस पूछते हुए शर्म आती है।
जानती हो, ये प्रॉब्लम लो विजन वालों और सीनियर सिटीजन्स को भी आती है। रेस्टोरेंट्स में लाइटिंग भी तो बहुत कम होती है ना।
कभी कभी सोचती हूँ कि घर से खाना ऑर्डर कर दूं, लेकिन आसपास के रेस्टोरेंट पता करना और उनके मेन्यू जानना कितना मुश्किल है। कोई इसके लिए कुछ करता क्यों नहीं?
उन सब लोगों के लिए जिनको रेस्टोरेंट मेन्यू पढ़ने में दिक्कत होती है, इंडिया का पहला एक्सेसिबल रेस्टोरेंट फाइंडर एंड मेन्यू रीडिंग ऐप गुड फूड टॉक्स लॉन्च हो गया है। अब अपने मोबाइल, टैबलेट या कंप्यूटर पे कभी भी कहीं भी आप अपने आसपास के रेस्टोरेंट का नाम, एड्रेस, फोन नंबर और मेन्यू आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं। बस गुड फूड टॉक्स ऐप एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करें। अपने कंप्यूटर या आईफोन पर www.goodfoodtalks.in that is goodfoodtalks.in खोलें और एंजॉय करें।
अरे वाह, मजा आ गया। देखो तो पास में कौन कौन से रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं।
रेडियो उड़ान पर मैं आरजे निशा लेकर आ रही हूँ एंटरटेनमेंट एंड एंटरटेनमेंट। क्या आप रूबरू होना चाहते हैं फिल्म जगत की लेटेस्ट खबरों से? जानना चाहते हैं किसका हो रहा है ब्रेकअप या फिर किसने किसको किया है टेकअप? कौन सी मूवी है इस हफ्ते की ब्लॉकबस्टर या किसकी जेब को लग रहा है चूना? इन सभी खबरों के लिए बी विद मी एवरी सैटरडे 7 to 8 PM and rebroadcast every Sunday 2 to 3 PM only on Radio Udaan, a flight of life.
बैरियर ब्रेक पेश करता है नया ऐप न्यूज हुक।
न्यूज हुक एक ऐसा ऐप है जिसे विशेष तौर पर विकलांगजनों और सीनियर सिटीजन के लिए एक्सेसिबल बनाया गया है।
ये ऐप टॉकबैक के साथ पूरी तरह कंपैटिबल है और इसमें खबरों के लिए साधारण इंग्लिश का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है।
तो आज ही अपने एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर पर जाइए और टाइप कीजिए NEWZHOOK, डाउनलोड कीजिए और एंजॉय कीजिए न्यूज हुक। न्यूज हुक के साथ खबरें पढ़ते रहिए और एंजॉय करते रहिए। न्यूज हुक, अ ट्रेजर ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन।
वॉइस फॉर ब्लाइंड क्लब में आप सभी का स्वागत है। क्लब का उद्देश्य है शिक्षा के माध्यम से आपको आत्मनिर्भर बनाना, रिकॉर्डिंग एंड स्क्राइब की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करना। भारत के कई शहरों में वॉइस फॉर ब्लाइंड क्लब के सदस्य अपनी सेवाएं देना चाहते हैं। क्लब से कांटेक्ट करने के लिए मेल आईडी है voiceforblind voiceforblind@gmail.com। मोबाइल नंबर 9410480858। मैं अनीता शर्मा एंड मेरे क्लब मेंबर रिकॉर्डिंग एंड स्क्राइब की आवश्यकता को पूरा करने का हर संभव प्रयास करेंगे। अधिक जानकारी के लिए आप हमें मेल कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
एक मंच जहां मिलती है महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां।
सवाल हो और जवाब दूं।
एक मंच जहां होते हैं हंसी और ठहाके।
वाह। एक मंच जहां होती हैं चर्चाएं।
दूसरी वाली आपको नहीं समर्पित करूंगा।
कीजिए, बड़े स्पोर्टिंग।
आप पहले सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद कहिएगा आपको चाहिए समर्पण कि नहीं चाहिए।
एक मंच जहां मिलेगा लोकप्रिय संगीत।
और इन सब के बीच एक ऐसा मंच जहां मिलता है सब कुछ। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ।
As we are talking about what happened to the international community, why India is being barred from entering into NSG, there were serious allegations that India is developing its nuclear warheads. Although India is testing its missiles, India has proven to have been following a mature nuclear track record. That is, since 1999. And in the year 2008, India has promised, through accepting the demand for NSG, of refraining further nuclear tests. India has signed and guaranteed that it will conduct no more nuclear tests, and at the same time it will refrain from selling and proliferating nuclear weapons. India maintains its stand, but at the same time, India's nuclear capability is one of the stunning blockades for India's neighbors from penetrating into violating India's integrity. As per India's understanding, Pakistan is vehemently and vociferously and vigorously proliferating its nuclear energy, and within a decade, it could occupy the third spot of countries with highest nuclear weapons apart from US and Russia. In that sense, India needs nuclear weapon, says the eminent scholars of India. Although India has the doctrine of no first use, that is, it will not use a nuclear weapon unless until it is attacked by it. But once if it is attacked, it has a greater retaliatory measure that could cause serious deterrence. This is what makes some of the nuclear suppliers group hesitant. Last week, when the Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on tour to Switzerland, he has garnered a historic support from the nation. First time, Switzerland has loudly raised its backing on India on being the member of Nuclear Suppliers Group. Switzerland is the 5th largest partner of India and the 11th largest foreign direct investor. And on June 8th, Barack Obama, the President of the United States, reiterated his heartfelt or unconditional support to NSG. Russia has already granted its unconditional support, and the main opposer happened to be China. China says, why do India needs to be tested with NSG urgently? And it also says that India's entry into nuclear suppliers group, as it is the non-signatory of NPT, would trigger regional chaos. China's major role is to contain United States by using India. For that, it uses Pakistan as its launching pad. On the other hand, United States' major effort for coming closer towards India is to contain China and to establish its policy of Asian pivot and Trans-Pacific partnership. On the other hand, India, the largest growing economy, the fastest growing economy, cannot be avoided by any country in the world, is a bitter reality for the neighbors of India. This all factors puts India into the position to experience welcome as well as vociferous condemnation and opposition. Apart from China, Pakistan has also applied to become a member of NSG in 2016, which has unanimously opposed by more than 40 countries, as Pakistan's past track records of selling nuclear materials to the fringe elements of Afghanistan and Iraq proven to be a stumbling block for which Pakistan has to wait for a decade or two to prove itself mature in its nuclear track record. On the other hand, India's position is stronger, and India has the possibility of penetrating into NSG. It has to garner China's support, and many diplomats have claimed that through Track 1 and Track 2 diplomatic dialogues, India can garner China's support as well. As one weakness from the nuclear suppliers group is that it's a voluntary organization and most of the decisions are not binding on the nations. For instance, according to NSG, no nation can sell nuclear fuels to the non-signatories of NPT. But in the year 2001, Russia sold enormous amount of nuclear fuel to India. At that time, there were 34 members, out of which 32 were criticized and contradicted, with Russia saying that it is the violation of NSG norms. Let's know more about NSG and India's impact on NSG in the coming link only on Radio Udaan. You are listening to Postmortem, the most enlightening show on radio station. Don't go anywhere. This is Bala Nagendran live from Chennai.
रेडियो उड़ान सुन रहे सभी मित्रों को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम मधु सिंघल है। मैं बेंगलोर में कार्यरत संस्था मित्र ज्योति, जो पिछले 25 वर्षों से दृष्टिहीनों एवं दूसरे विकलांग व्यक्तियों के लिए कार्यरत है, उसकी मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी हूँ। इस संस्था की गतिविधियाँ इस प्रकार हैं। यहाँ पर दृष्टिहीनों के लिए ऑडियो में पुस्तकें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं। इसके साथ साथ ब्रेल में और स्कैन्ड पुस्तकें भी उनको दी जा रही हैं। कंप्यूटर प्रशिक्षण और रोजगार की सुविधाएं भी यहाँ प्रदान की जा रही हैं। दृष्टिहीन महिलाओं के लिए एक विशेष प्रकार का कोर्स चलाया जाता है, जिसमें उन्हें आत्मनिर्भर बनकर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की क्षमता प्रदान की जा रही है। आप मित्र ज्योति से संपर्क कर सकते हैं। यहाँ का फोन नंबर है 08022587623 और 22587625। ईमेल एड्रेस है admin.office@mitrajyoti.org। वेबसाइट है www.mitrajyoti.org।
बदलता दो, जहां हम पहुंचाएंगे आपकी आवाज सरकार तक। बदलता दो, जो देता है आपको जानकारी अपनी कम्युनिटी में होने वाले तमाम इंसिडेंट्स। सुनते रहिए बदलता दो डिस्कशन रेडियो उड़ान पर हर रविवार रात को 9 से 10 और सोमवार 4 से 5 सिर्फ और सिर्फ रेडियो उड़ान पर।
आजकल हर कोई ढूंढता है शॉर्टकट, फिर चाहे हो बात स्टडी की या हो एम्प्लॉयमेंट की।
एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेने के लिए आपको क्रैक करने होंगे कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स,
और एग्जाम क्रैक करने के लिए खेलना होगा आपको और सुनना होगा लेट्स प्ले 2020।
जी हाँ, मैं आरजे गितेश
और मैं आरजे नरेश
लेकर आ रहे हैं शो लेट्स प्ले 2020,
जिसमें हम पूछेंगे आपसे 20 नए सवाल, जिससे मिलेंगी आपको 20 नई जानकारियाँ।
एक मंजिल रोजगार की ओर।
इस शो को सुनने के लिए और पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए लॉग इन कीजिए रेडियो उड़ान हर सोमवार रात 10 बजे से 11 बजे तक। फॉर मोर इन्फो लॉग ऑन टू www.radioudan.com। हैप्पी लिसनिंग।
प्रतिभा की पहचान,
प्रज्ञा की मुस्कान,
सबलांगों का साथी, ये है रेडियो उड़ान।
रेडियो उड़ान के प्रोग्राम्स की जानकारी के लिए, शोज में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए, किसी भी शो को फीडबैक देने के लिए, आर्काइव रिक्वेस्ट करने के लिए, आरजे बनने के लिए और अपने फेवरेट आरजेस की प्रोफाइल्स पढ़ने के लिए लॉग ऑन करें www.radioudan.com। स्काइप आईडी रेडियो उड़ान, ईमेल mail@radioudan.com। रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
Welcome to the last segment of Radio Udaan's most enlightening show, Postmortem with Bala Nagendran, where we are talking about Nuclear Suppliers Group. Nuclear Suppliers Group, as one of the major export control regime, is putting the onus on the countries that are using its nuclear purposes to sign non-proliferation treaty. The recent confrontation between the 5 powers and Iran is one of the greatest example. And the United States and the other countries have been demanding India and Pakistan to refrain from increasing their nuclear capabilities. Although India has shown its track record clear, the nations are still wondering why China is opposing. China wants to maintain its dominance in the region. At the same time, it wants to use Pakistan to settle its scores with India, as there is next to impossible possibilities for India and China to confront each other once again. And on the other hand, it is immutably true that India and China are just playing for their own scores, and they are using the developing nations of India and Pakistan. The United States and China are campaigning for India and Pakistan respectively, just to prove who is capable to uplift whose favorite nation. Although South Africa, New Zealand and Australia were opposing India's stand by citing only India's stand on NPT. On the other hand, some of the supporting nations have only extraordinary visions, like India's largest market, is what the think tank reports say. Whatever it is, India has become an inevitable country in the global decision making. Any nation can be the friend of India and the foe of India, but every country know that they cannot ignore the world's largest democracy and the fastest growing economy with its capabilities to enter into peace, progress and harmony. NSG, where India is poising to become the member, would come to fruition and would establish a strong, globally important, multifarious national organizations. And after that, there is close connection between the export control regime, in which already India is garnering support to missile technology control regime. And in terms of Australia and what's in our group, India has a free road. And in terms of United Nations Security Council, still a little way to head. Thus, NSG would pose greater non-proliferation of a globally threatening lethal element. With that note, we hope that the world's largest democracy would get its prestigious position as it deserves for decades. Stay tuned to Radio Udaan. Keep listening Radio Udaan. Enjoy Radio Udaan. Next is Tech City, and I leave you right now. We'll meet you all once again on Sunday 8 to 9 p.m. in your most informative show on Radio World this week. Till then, take care of yourself. If possible, take care of others. Good night. Buenas noches. Vanakkam.
बरखुदार, ये जो फैन होते हैं वो 2 टाइप्स के होते हैं। एक फैन जिसके चक्कर में लोग भागते हैं, और एक दूसरा फैन जो अपने चक्कर में लोगों को भगाता है।
ओह माय गॉड, सलमान खान!
ओए, 15 अप्रैल फैन मूवी शाहरुख खान की, और मैं ना देखूं, इम्पॉसिबल।
रेडियो वन पर फैन की पलटन, यानी कि मेरी पलटन। आपने सुना क्या?
रेडियो उड़ान प्रेजेंट जबरा वाला फैन।
हाय देयर, दिस इज अंकिता, और मैं शाहरुख खान की बहुत बड़ी वाली जबरी वाली फैन हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे उनकी एक्टिंग बहुत पसंद है, उनकी पर्सनालिटी पसंद है, और मुझे पूरे के पूरे शाहरुख बहुत पसंद है, और मैं उनकी ये वाली मूवी जरूर देखने वाली हूँ, क्योंकि मैं उनकी जबरी वाली फैन हूँ।
हाय, दिस इज पार्थ सुंदरा फ्रॉम गुजरात, बड़ौदा से। मैं आईटी बर्मन यानी कि राहुल दिल बर्मन जी का बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ। उनकी कंपोजिशन, म्यूजिक कंपोजिशन, ये सब मुझे बहुत प्यारी लगती है, और एक आर्टिस्ट होने के नाते मैं उनको बहुत फॉलो करता हूँ। मैं उनका बहुत 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 बड़ा चिपरा वाला फैन हूँ।
हाय, मैं हूँ शालू और मैं अजय देवगन की जबरा फैन हूँ क्योंकि मुझे उनके स्टाइल, एक्टिंग सब बहुत पसंद है और उनका जो मेन शायरी बोलने का अंदाज है वो तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
हाय, मैं अहमदाबाद से गुजरात से बात कर रहा हूँ। जब फैन की बात हो रही है तो मैं शाहरुख खान का जबरा वाला फैन हूँ क्योंकि शाहरुख खान की जो भी मूवी आती है वो मुझे बहुत बढ़िया लगती है और उससे जो एक्टिंग करती है वो भी एक्टिंग बहुत बढ़िया होती है, जिससे मैं शाहरुख खान का जबरा वाला फैन हूँ।
हेलो एवरीवन, मैं हूँ रवि लखनऊ से और मेरे फेवरेट हैं सबके फेवरेट सलमान खान। मैं हूँ उनका सबसे जबरा वाला फैन क्योंकि उनके स्टाइल, उनका लुक्स, उनके डांसिंग, उनका एक्टिंग मुझे सब कुछ बहुत पसंद है और वो सब कुछ जबरदस्त है। वो सच रियल बीइंग ह्यूमन है। मैं हूँ सलमान खान का जबरा वाला फैन।
हेलो एवरीवन, तो मैं यानी कि डेविड जोशी का जबरा वाला फैन और कोई नहीं, हमारी सबसे खूबसूरत और सबसे प्यारी आरजे धड़कन यानी कि आप ही हमारे सबसे वाला जबरा वाला फैन हो। क्योंकि सच में जब से मैं आपको सुनता आया हूँ आपसे सबसे बड़ा फैन हो गया हूँ क्योंकि आपके जो बोलने का अंदाज है, जो आपका आवाज की कमाल है, पर्दे के पीछे रहकर भी जिस तरह आप ऑडियंस को पकड़े रहते हो, तारीफ काबिल है और इसी अंदाज पे तो मैं फिदा हो गया हूँ। तो डेविड जोशी का जबरा वाला फैन आरजे धड़कन।
खातिरदारी में कमी नहीं छोड़ेंगे, आपकी ख्वाहिशों को सर आंखों पे रखेंगे क्योंकि आप हैं तो हम हैं, बाकी सब कम है। तो बरगुदार अपने कानपुर के स्पीकर का वॉल्यूम और आंखों के पिक्सल का रेजोल्यूशन बढ़ा लीजिए क्योंकि मैं यानी आरजे धड़कन लेकर आ रही हूँ जबरा वाला फैन इस शुक्रवार शाम 7 से 8 बजे ऑन योर रेडियो उड़ान ऑफ लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।